So, how do you know when doing something feels right in this world? You know, when you think that you're following the right path. Um, Best example I can give is happened to me today. Um, I got a call from Riley Elementary School, Vincennes, Indiana, wanting me to come in and do a presentation with Barney and Lexi, and not just do it with one or two classes, but Barney and Lexi's actually going to be coming to the entire school. And during this, I first came, I pulled up in front of the school, and it was very special for me for a very specific reason. Riley Elementary School is the very first school I ever went to as a student. 1983, 84, and 85, I was a student at James Whitcomb Riley Elementary. And it was during my kindergarten years in a class being taught by Miss Susan Battles that I look back now as a writer and I attribute that to the time that my creativity was born. And that creativity I have today. That's what I use to write. So I go into the front doors, I ring the buzzer, they let me in, I introduce myself at the office window, and I get asked to come around through the second doors to the office main door. Walking through those second doors, I stepped into the hallway of Riley Elementary School for the first time in 32 years. And what made it special was because what I am doing in my life, writing books for children, traveling to elementary schools, and inspiring younger readers to keep their imagination, to love reading, that got me back to where I started. I was there not as a parent, but as an author, doing what I love to do. So we go in and I meet with the secretary and we work out the dates and times. Barney and Lexi's going to be coming to Riley Elementary this year, 2017, April 26th. We're going to be there around noon and hopefully going to have some other things to announce with that. But for right now, I'm going to make it definitely a magical event. But while we was in there, the principal of the school, Miss Marciano, come in and we were introduced and she quickly left. She came back not too long later and changed my whole day. The, I don't even know how to explain it. She came back with a huge part of my past and some of the greatest memories I ever had. Miss Battles is still a teacher at Riley Elementary, and Miss Marciano brought her in to reunite us 32 years later. You want to talk about a freight train rush of memories coming back down that lane. It was phenomenal. It was awesome. And she had started talking to me about things that I had forgotten. But as soon as she mentioned it, this flood of memories came back. You know, we talked about the building blocks, story hours. Uh, you know, we had a triangular shaped house in the classroom that was made out of all these shapes. It was in the shape of a triangle. We used to play in them and stuff as kids. I had forgotten all about that. I even actually got teary eyed when she started singing the goodbye song that we used to sing. I had forgotten all about that. And we took a picture, and it's she had to get ready to go back to class, and it was opportunity to get a photo real quick, and I wanted to show you a photo. That was my first teacher, Miss Battles, and she had to leave to go back to class, and we was kind of wrapping up things, and I thanked the principal for doing something so freaking awesome. And the dates were all set, and I gathered my things up and got ready to leave and headed back down the hallway. And it was that moment that I had really thought, answer to my question that I started with, how do you know that you're doing what you're supposed to do? When it feels absolutely incredible, and you would not trade anything for the feeling that that gives you, that's when you're doing what you're supposed to do. For right now, do the job that you have to do to just live. But when your spare time comes, guys, get out there, make it happen, do what you want to do. I work nights as a janitor at a local high school. I write during the day. But I don't tell people I'm a janitor who writes books. I tell people I'm an author who works as a janitor. Find your passion. My passion not only allows me to meet children, my passion allows me to come back to the first school I ever went to, reconnect with the first teacher I ever had that really kind of started all this. So, whatever you want to do, search out what you're passionate about because it'll never let you down. Be willing to work hard, stay up late, get up early, push your comfort zone, and make it happen. I wouldn't trade today for anything in the world. Like I said, I'm going back the 26th of April, so we're going to have one heck of an event. So I'm going to get out of here, but we only go around once. How are you going to live it? Find your passion. Later.